I grew up in instability and poverty, and at times it was chaotic. I also recognized that my parents, they had addictions, and those addictions created problems for our family, but they weren't bad people. I do think that there are some misconceptions among the public. They oversimplify the challenges that people who are living in poverty or unstable conditions are dealing with. What you don't necessarily see are the thousands of other people who are just one crisis away from ending up on the street, homeless, or living in a car.
Got married to the love of my life, had 2 daughters, beautiful. Thought we were doing well, but she fell out of love with me and got divorced. Kind of that's when I went off the deep end. So for about 10 years, I was either homeless or temporary, go out to pick up cans to get enough money for cigarettes and beer. Alcoholism, to quit, yeah, it's very hard.
My parents battled drug and alcohol addiction, which just sort of exacerbated the problems of poverty, employment, unemployment, underemployment. We were poor. We would either get evicted or for some other reason have to live in the car for a day or two. I lived with my grandmother for several years. Housing, all of those things were the symptoms of poverty. When you're poor, a lot of times it's difficult to break that cycle of poverty simply because you don't believe there's anything else for you. Having a support system, particularly for people who are in poverty or in crisis or in traumatic situations, is probably the most impactful thing that can assist them in getting out of that.
Finally, one day there's a doctor that visited here, asking me if he could help me out. And he took me to Omaha to a dry out place. I was there 5 days. I think it was my small miracle that I went in there, didn't have any troubles sobering up.
I didn't have the confidence or self-esteem to believe that I could achieve a degree. My baseball coach had been connecting with college coaches to try and find me a spot. I end up getting a call in July from the Iowa Western baseball coach, and I ended up enrolling before my freshman year. It means a lot to me, that my baseball coach believed in me and tried to create opportunities for me and convince me to believe that I was capable of doing more than that. Teachers, coaches, counselors, and schools really did save my life.
I was living here at New Visions. They needed help real bad. When I was married and whatnot, we flipped a couple of houses, did all the remodeling, so I knew this kind of work and his maintenance. Having a roof over my head and staying here at New Visions, the happiest I've ever been, I think, right now. I have my pride, my confidence, feel like I'm worth something now.
There are thousands of people in our community who are good people, hardworking people who are in that situation of being just one crisis away from having a devastating situation that financially that puts them on the street. One of the things that community can really do is to challenge themselves to think differently, to investigate the problem in a different way. What I would hope for in a community is that the public is able to really investigate the root causes of poverty and instability and to really contemplate what a supportive community can do to help lift those people up out of those circumstances and break some of those cycles.